Hey YouTube, welcome back to another episode of Russ's Retro Rides. Last week we talked about how to remove a T-top from a 1979 10th anniversary Trans Am. This week it's another short and simple video. I'm going to be showing you guys how to put your passenger side mirror on your 1979 Trans Am. Now I believe that this will apply to all second generation Trans Ams. I believe they are all the same, but if they're not, please correct me in the comment section. All you need for this repair is a Phillips head screwdriver to remove your Phillips screw from the mounting bracket on the passenger side door. So let's get started. Now before we get started, this is the ruffled grouse that has been featured on my Instagram account a few times now. And it seems to be pretty popular with the people that are following the page. So if you guys aren't following me, make sure you go over there and check it out. This is a 1979 Solar Gold Trans Am. I know you guys are like, well, why is it brown? The person that I bought this car from was in the process of restoring it and had sanded it all down to bare metal and then pushed it outside. And up here in Maine, that doesn't really work that well. The car was very, very rusty. I'll probably include a picture of it here somewhere. As to what it looked like when I first bought it. But this paint is on here. It was oil-based paint. I put it on here with a brush just to try to protect the metal before I got it in the garage. So that's why it's brown. But with that said, guys, let's get on with the repair. So the first thing you're gonna have to do is remove the screw, and most of you guys probably left the screw in here. I tend to leave the screw for most of my products. I tend to leave it where it came out of so I don't lose it, because when you're doing a car, you're bound to lose screws and nuts and all the small pieces that end up coming around to bite you in the butt later. But you're just going to take your Phillips head screwdriver like this and remove it. It's so loose on this I can do it with my fingers, but you got it out. And the next thing you do is you're going to take your mirror and you're going to, there's a little notch here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it lines up here and it kind of gives an alignment point, because these from the factory they lined up pretty well, but over time they got sloppy, and if they got knocked or the door hit something, they don't always look right on the car. So it's very important to get it as close to factory as possible to keep the lines of the car connected. But with that said, so you're just going to take your mirror and slide it on like this, get it lined up the best you can in the groove there. And you can check this out and see how well you did if you go and sit in the car and look. Once you're satisfied with how it's lined up, you take your screw and you sort of finger feed it through the hole and try to find your threads. And once it gets started, again, you want to continue to hold your mirror because you don't want it to flop over. You just kind of take your screwdriver and you slowly tighten it down to make sure it doesn't move. Now see how it just wiggled there? This one's being difficult. So we'll just keep going nice and slow. And there. That looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. It's sliding around a little bit, but it's because it's not in the groove, so we'll just back it out. And we'll try to get it in there again. This is one of those types of repairs that you really got to be patient, with the whole process. Some people are going to be like, well, it's just one screw. Well, if you've got it leaning out too far, it doesn't look right from when you're standing over here looking at it. And if you're in the car and it's too far out, it doesn't, the driver, has difficulty seeing it and adjusting it and whatever. And if it's too far in, it looks stupid too. So it's really important to try to get it as close to factory as possible. So you want to take that extra time to really get it right. And sometimes you have to loosen the screw a little bit more to get it to fit. And it's completely possible that this is all bunged up. I took this off the door when I was painting it to make sure that I didn't get it all messed up. So I think I might have gotten it there. I think it just set into the groove here. It looks about right. So let's try to tighten this down and see if it'll move. And it looks like we just about got it in. We got it close enough that I'm satisfied with how the mirror came out. I'm happy with the way that it looks in the car, and it sticks with the body lines. Well, this passenger side mirror definitely didn't go on as easy as I was hoping for, but I did get it on there. Now, more than likely what I'll end up doing is once I get the seats in the car, which you guys will probably see in an upcoming video at some point, I will sit in there and tweak it and really fine-tune the adjustment. It's hard to do the adjustment when you're sitting on the floor because you don't sit on the floor when you're driving regularly. But with that, guys, I think that's the end of today's video. Thanks an awful lot for watching, and I will see you in the next video.